What's up, peace? Let's start by saying what's one of my favorite stories of Voodoo Ray. I would have to take it back to Red Zone, where Voodoo was like so pissed. Not pissed, but he just didn't want to know. He didn't want to care. So we was in the club, we all dancing house, and we all just joking and having fun. But one of us, I'm not going to mention the names, one of us, somebody, grabbed Voodoo. And when they grabbed Voodoo, once he got free, he was like, yo, y'all stupid. Okay, y'all got me, y'all stupid. But once he got free, he kind of smelled his shoulder. And he's like, oh, God, oh, whoa, shit, oh, fuck. And you know when Voodoo gets angry, he starts touching his nose, fuck that. And touching his nose, fuck that. And he's like, yo, what's up? What's wrong? He's like, yo, somebody, you know what? I don't even want to know who it is. I don't care. I don't want to know. Just stay away from me. Everybody, just stay away from me. I don't want to know who it is. I have an idea, but I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. And then he just ran off and he, fuck that. So whenever Voodoo gets mad, he always rubs his nose. It's one of the funniest things that happen in the club. And that's the first time I think I saw Voodoo that angry. Peace, Voodoo. Miss you, brother.
One of my favorite memories with Voodoo Ray was when we all traveled to Germany and went on tour for a artist named Tony Couture in 1998. And we were out there for about 3 weeks to a month, and we traveled all over Germany, and we had such a great time. Voodoo was a hustler, and he did a video for Tony Couture and hired us for the job, and that ended up becoming a tour. It was me, Voodoo, Robin Andre, and Inner Soul. That's probably one of my most favorite memories of Voodoo Ray. There's so many countless memories, but if I had to mention one, that would probably be one at the top of the list.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Brooklyn Terry. Today we are celebrating my man, Mr. Voodoo Ray. Voodoo Ray was a big brother to me, a mentor to me. He made me laugh, he gave me confidence, he gave me support, and I really cannot pinpoint, which is really funny, the day we met. Like, I sat and I tried to remember the exact moment we met, because it feels like in so many ways he's always been there. Even when I was in high school, his name was in the air all the time. You go into that Voodoo Ray party, people would have flyers with his name on it. He was just always there. But the first time I feel that he recognized me was when I was working in the Muse. I was about 18 or 19 years old, and I worked at the Muse on the West Side Highway. He was doing a list there, like he did a list everywhere, and he would come by with his boy at the time, Everton. Him and Everton were doing a party at Nell's called Funky Buddha, and I would be around just listening to them talk about the party. And he just looked over at me one day. He was like, yo, man, why don't you invite your friends, man? I was like, okay. He's like, you want to do a list? I'll give you a list at the door. And I was like, wow. And, maybe for him it was nothing, but for me, it was a list at the door at Nell's. Voodoo Ray was giving me a list at the door at Nell's. And it really built my confidence. It made me so happy. And we did the party. The party wasn't a huge party, but for me, it was huge. He had this way of making everybody feel huge. And I really miss him so much. He was so supportive. He gave me confidence. when I was really at my lowest, he would say the right thing to pick me up. Whenever I returned back to New York, the first person that I would call is him, and he would be like, yo, come out right now. He was always that dude. And I miss him so much, and he's impossible to replace. I miss you. I love you, Mr. Voodoo Ray. See you one day. Peace.
So one of my fondest memories of my brother, Magic and Radiance, aka Voodoo Ray, was 1995. I got a call to do choreography for a European, rather Italian band called Corona. A big hit song called This Is the Rhythm of the Night. And I needed to get 2 dancers to perform with it. So I got Ray and our brother Inner Soul. And at first it was just a couple of spot dates. And so I'm negotiating to get the dancers paid for rehearsal, because they weren't originally getting paid for rehearsal, they were just getting paid for the spot dates. So I negotiated with them to get them paid for rehearsals. And then I negotiated further to get them paid per diem. So then the spot dates became an actual tour. And we had to do the choreography for more than just the one song. So because I was doing the choreography for more than one song, I had to negotiate more money for the dancers, because now they're doing more work. So again, they were doing spot dates. It was originally they were supposed to do about a week's worth of shows. That week turned into 2 weeks, which turned into a month. And so since I started negotiating for them to get per diem and to get rehearsal money, I actually talked to Ray, and he was like, keep negotiating, keep going. He was so excited, like, damn, you got us way more money. So listening to him, I went in and renegotiated and got them paid more money to dance. And when I did that, Ray was just like, bro, keep going. See if you could get them to give us more per diem. And so I went in and I got them more per diem. And I laughed because this was the first time that I had actually done the negotiations for any gig. Usually it was my dad who did all the negotiating for us and made sure that we got paid. But it showed that my dad had taught us all well, and it was something that Ray was excited about, because he said, damn, Pops got you prepared. He was like, you on point, just like Pops. He was like, it's amazing. And, it made me appreciate all of what my dad did for us. And it showed me that Ray appreciated it the most. And it's something I'll never forget. So we miss you, my brother. We still here. Voodoo Ray Forever.
A couple events. Been dancing, I think, from what I can remember, probably like 2nd grade. I remember like when they would have when they would have little parties in the class, and I'd be the one to be like, Ray, do the robot like Michael Jackson. I was ready. And I'm gonna take the moment out to say I've been doing parties for like a little over 20 years, and the first 10 years was strictly house music. And because I loved
the microphone, Ray.
Huh?
Take your hand off those.
And so, you see, it's not me. It's a speaker. It's just over here.
Yesterday we had that problem and then Doc like fixed it, you know?
Yeah, but he didn't fix this. He didn't fix this. So real quick, the first 10 years I was doing strictly like house parties because there was during the time that I started doing house parties. That's when the hip hop scene was like really crazy. Some people thought I had walked away from hip hop. I didn't walk away from hip hop. I was still working with my crew. I was still working with Elite Force. I was still working, you know, with everybody out there. But I wasn't doing the hip hop parties because hip hop in the early 90s was really serious. Like it was easy to get robbed. It was easy to have fights. It was so. And then I came back and started doing the hip hop parties, and now you see me doing both the hip hop and house. So that's a little over 20 years of that. I've worked with the likes of Mariah Carey, Backstreet Boys, Two in a Room, a bunch of people, man. The resume is retarded. And it is. I just don't like talking about it. And I was blessed to meet a lot of these people in a club scene, probably having like a little debate. It was funny how I met Khalif and Link. Khalif was Link's like manager. I was with Frankie. We was in the world. I think it was like 90 something, early 90s. No, actually 80, because it was the world. And I overheard Khalif telling Frank, yo, this is the best house dancer. And during that time, not to toot my horn, but during that time, a lot of people thought that it was either Frankie or me who were the best like house dancers, and they were always trying to put us against each other. And that was my bro. You know, like that was my partner in crime. Me and Frank always hang out together. I got to meet Frank through Barge, and you know, copy time. And I remember overhearing him telling him, yo, this is the best house dancer. And I was like, excuse me? Me and this guy are the best house dancer. What are you talking about? He was like, check this out. And then Link started dancing, started doing his leg thing like this. And I was like, wow, that's fly. But that's not house, my man. That's not house. That's not house. And here we are, 20 years later. That's hip hop. I was like, that's hip hop. That's hip hop. Thank you, Ray. Greg Day, up to the stage.
Greg Day, please come to the stage.
We'll get this started when Greg Day gets up to the stage.
He's scared to show his identity. He don't want nobody to know who he is. He's responsible for Wild Pitch, Greg Day.
We got Patrick Ewing in the house.
Someone get Greg Day, he's outside.
Yeah, get Greg Day. Someone get Greg.
Somebody get Peekaboo.
Thank you. Someone get Greg. Greg.
Where's Reggie Burrell at?
All right, Reggie.
Reggie, watching Dead or Alive.
Reggie Burrell, ladies and gentlemen, of the famous Burrell brothers.
Respect. Round of applause, this is birthday, people. Come on.
Yeah, wish him a happy birthday.